So I got a dream that I'm gonna be at the top of the scene. On every screen, making my presence something to be seen, yeah. I'll make them all see that I could be anything I wanna be. If you got a dream, then you need persistence and lots of belief, yeah. Yo, don't take that negative energy, I replace that. I just wanna be me, I don't fake that. I just wanna be free, yeah, chase that. I got a new obsession, it's helping and teaching and giving everyone a lesson. It's living and winning and building something that's impressive. I don't wanna do the same thing, I wanna be progressive, so I'ma make a new me, a new beast, a true fiend. He's everything that he wants to be. Look in the mirror, what he wants to see is a dude looking back at me. I stay on track, yeah, track things. I'm setting goals, life hacking. I'm steady stacking. I see myself being happy. A better me with a strategy that I'm attacking. Wait to the test, and you know I'll ace that. Hit me in the face and I'm hitting right back. I enjoy the chase, so I'll stay on track, yeah. I enjoy the race, so I'll make that back. Got a lot of dreams that I'll make come true. Got a lot of things that I wanna do. Got a lot of goals that I wanna prove. And there's not a lot of time, so I gotta make moves. That I wanna do. I got plans, got schemes that I follow through. I make all my gains from what I produce. I don't.
Hello everybody, welcome back to the stream. Apologies for the delay. You know, sometimes you get these technical difficulties. Gremlins in the mix, but we're back once again. Zweilander, it's Skarpskinkle. It is the Viking series grand finals. Escathon Sonata up against Soul Society. Escathon Sonata drawing first blood. What was your thoughts on that matchup there, Skarpskinkle?
Well, I didn't like the Bane pick against the Joy, but the Valentino was so beautiful pick coming in from Escathon Sonata. But Soul Society not getting into that rhythm that they had. So let's see, you know, maybe they pick it up into the second match. So let's see how this goes. But however, let's jump through the bans quickly. Cecilian and Franco getting banned out from Escathon Sonata, and Soul Society responding with the Joy and Kalia. So good luck and have fun to both teams as we are going to the next match. Huh. General Chow forgetting about his registered players once more. So they're just quickly swapping out members because the Raptor and Demon Slayer were not registered for the Viking series. So nearly disqualifying themselves in the grand finals.
That would be tragically funny though.
Oh, yeah. Imagine that second match, yeah. DQ. Alright. The best of 5.
Yeah, and I
completed.
think 50% of our viewership would have been happy because the votes are 50-50 right now.
Well, I see the votes did change up from the previous poll. Escathon Sonata being the favorites in going into that first match before we had some technical difficulties. But Dark Phoenix with the first ban in the drafting phase 1.
So, Soul Society this time with the first picks, first bans. Dark Phoenix, we saw do an excellent job yesterday. So a lot of some player swaps coming in. Not yesterday, it was the day before in the semis up against Saint Dynasty. Had a deadly Guinevere game.
MTXFX saying I wasn't registered. Yeah, but Escathon Sonata responding with the Aurora ban. Where Soul Society banned out the glue first. So that's that shows that they're not going to be picking up the glue. But I'm very interested to see what General Chow is going to pick up because look, they didn't ban out the Suyu, so the option is still there for the Suyu. Banning out the Gatagacha. So General Chow at this point of stage has a pick to his liking. It could be the Suyu, it could be his Nolan, it could be his Hayabusa, you know. But banning out the Hayabusa from Escathon Sonata. Tony K202 is going to show us Chip. Will it be the Chip pick though?
Chip is very strong. So I wouldn't expect it to be Chip jungle. But yeah, Chip is very, very, very strong at this moment in time. So picking a Chip up early is always it's not always, but it's a decent thing to do. It looks like that Kid Bomber going for that Badang pick just to remove it from the hands of Soul Society, so it doesn't combine too well with that the Chip. Oh, the Valentina pick coming through. That is gonna be a beaut. Valir pick coming through. That's a beaut. That is one of Chip's nightmares to deal with. Is a Valir.
Yeah, that is true. I mean, especially with that pushback. Oh, but we do see Astro picking up his Fredrin and Lulama picking up the Vexana. But I mean, Escathon Sonata removing the Badang from that Chip combo and the Valir with that pushback, especially when that portal comes through. So Soul Society, they should be patient before they go through the portals. Try and get that Valir's pushback baited out. You know, that flame wall that it pushes out. Oh, General Chow picking up Lucas, so it will be Lucas jungle.
Unless there's going to be a bit of a swap out, I think it might be a Badang Roam. But you know, you can swap Badang Roam XP or whatever, because they don't know really who's the XP laner. But here's the question, Scarf Skankel. A Fredrin being picked up after a Valir?
Yeah, that look, it's a weird question to answer. I mean, the Fredrin at this point in stage is not going to have a good time, especially against the Valir. So we should see Hanzo getting banned out. Not, in my opinion, a very good last ban. I mean, you do have the Lucas and Badang. So, I mean, that should say, look, you can see General Chow has picked. So, that means the jungle's already there. So, Hanzo, not really a good ban, but nonetheless, right? Fredrin, he needs to get his focus points on point, because Valir is going to make it very difficult for him, as we do see Monarch picking up Moskov.
Even Econ's final ban with Valentina was a bit of an odd one. I think I don't know if they thought Soul Society was going to go for a double mage there, but I think maybe that was a bit of a last minute panic. But for all of this, we will blame Scarf Skanko, because he has provided the teams with tournament lobbies. They've gotten with him working with the MSSA. So thank you to MSSA for the tournament lobby for the academy. Players have gotten too used to that extra time to ban.
Yeah, that is true, bro. So, my apologies. I did try and get the tournament lobby for the grand finals, but unfortunately, it was a bit,
the rules are the
notice,
rules.
And
the rules are the rules.
Unfortunately,
yeah, you don't just get access to it whenever you feel like it. But the rules are the rules. It's nice to have the tournament lobby available. The academy will be making use of that for the time being and future tournaments. But a big shout out to the MSSA for all the work that they've been doing in the background with actually supplying us with one.
Yeah, that is true. So MTXFX, right? I've been talking to you in the chat via Dark Dreams Entertainment. You should pay up the house, bro. So, wait, let me tell you the story, right? Last week against Soul Society, MTXFX, right?
Yeah.
He placed bets, diamond bets, for Chow to pick up a certain set of kills, right? And that was that specific match with the Joy against the Fredrin. And Chow ending up going 3 for 4 for 6. Saying he'll get 15. So, 200 diamonds coming to the way of Waylander Gaming.
Oh, nice. We'll hand it out to somebody maybe on the live stream. But anyway, into the game we go. Scoutskakel recalls coming out here from Astro. The Bernadetta is going to be the XP laner up against a CC. Interesting matchup that's going to be because, well, CC is kind of a monster right now.
Yeah, that is true, bro. But the Benedetta, the Benedetta against the CC. I'm very interested to see how this matchup is going to play out because, you know, CC's yo-yos is so under-reliant. I mean, I've been playing a lot of CC, right? And 1 minute, it's like just like that, right? It's on Benedetta, then it's on to the minions. And the Benedetta was still within range. They definitely need to fix that clunkiness on CC's yo-yos.
Yeah, so we see the quick rotation here from Soul Society towards the gold lane. Monarch took a bit of damage, but nothing too deadly. The combination play though coming from the Vexana, landing those taunt skills, very, very nicely done. Gyro there took a lot of damage. Clint with that first skill, dishing it out once more. Valentina with a full combination on point, quite a bit of poke damage. Valentina could be decent to deal with the Valier, outranging him slightly. We're going to have Kid Bomber making the rotation, waiting for the right angle to try to just get a bit of poke on. But opting away from doing that, deciding to rotate once more. Needs that curtain call. Fredrin with a tiny bit of jungle invade here, trying to get as much farm as possible before this first objective. Chip being that annoyance, just checking bush after bush. Using that high mobility.
So chat, you can definitely hear it loud and clear that a Waylander has Valentina on the mind. Because of that Valentina game. The first match was a good match.
It was. Tony engaging here, using that chip once more. There's going to be the CC with that counter engagement. Earlier, throwing out those skills. As we see Lucas starting up the turtle, not pulling it though, keeping it inside the pit could prove to be a little bit of a problem. Fredrin trying to get in close. Benedetta with that Eclecto Blades. CC trying, oh, the vengeance comes through so nicely. Unleash the beast into the backline as they take down one. Make that two, make that three. Will we see the fourth? CC forces the flicker out from Valentina. And the jungle invade is on. Not even the mini lord, Eternal Guardian could help there. They managed to secure up all the objectives.
Benedetta onto Lucas. However, will this battle go in favor of Benedetta? Lucas so low, but just escaping as though we do see Vexana. You see now, you almost got me there with the Valentina. Vexana, but Fredrin getting that pick off onto General Chow.
Yeah, nice rotation there from the chip, managing to get a kill on the board for Soul Society. So the gold fairly even at this moment in time. But, look at this engagement here on the top lane. It's Clint underneath the turret, gets pushed back by the Moscow, but gets the kill underneath the turret.
Indeed, so we do see at the 3.5 minute mark, Escathon Sonata, Soul Society, my bad, has the 700 gold lead at this point of stage with a 1 kill deficit. That means Escathon Sonata has the 1 kill advantage. But Chip just waiting here in the upper bush, just trying to get that vision. Will we see the portal coming in onto Moscow here?
Well, they do know where they are. Nice camp here from the Chip. But disengage from Escathon as they get out of harm's way. The chip causing a lot of problems here, especially in the early part of the game. But that can be negated if you show a bit of discipline and manage to take down some of the turrets. It does help a bit with the control. So it's going to be, I would assume, split potential versus team fight potential. The Moscow pick quite nice to deal with the chip towards the mid to late game, because he's just going to be split pushing like crazy. Second turtle of the match is up. Badang scouting out the bushes. Fredrin, Chip, and Vexana this time starting it up early. Oh, there's the engagement onto the CC, but she does manage to get that heal back on, pulls the turtle. So Spear of Destiny out a little bit early from the Moscow. Clint being very aggressive onto that Moscow. There's Chip is into the backline, but onto the CC. CC pops the Vengeance. There's going to be the curtain call only onto one. Beast form out from Lucas, Badang with the second skill. There's the continuation of the engagement. It's Eclecto Blade, but it's going to be Lucas into the backline, doing so much damage. Oh my goodness, but Fredrin gets that out of his off. But still, the engagement continues. It's going to be 1, 2, because will we see 3? The first crack comes through. It's a 1-for-1 in that position, but it's 4-for-3 overall. Oh, make that, and the Moscow getting a solo kill on the top. Actually, no, getting the push through on the top lane. Takes down the top lane talent.
Yeah, but General Chow, you need to give credit here, right? with that Lucas, just waiting for Soul Society to bundle up. However, we do see CC onto Vexana, and CC does get the kill under the tier 1 turret onto Vexana. But what I wanted to say is, right, Lucas currently waiting so patiently for Soul Society to bundle up to get that Unleash the Beast onto, well, it's now the second time onto 3 heroes and doing so much damage.
Yeah. Second skill out from the Valier. A little bit early, but managed to force the Bernadetta and chip away. Though I don't think Fredrin wanted to contest. The pressure being placed onto the mid lane. Vexana was taken down, as we saw earlier, by the CC underneath the turret. Overstayed a little bit. Was thinking that maybe she could land the stun onto the CC just to get something done. The Plecto Blades out from the Bernadetta, keeping that lane safe. As General Cho is getting the push. Chip using the portal to traverse the map, is in a very nice position in the background. Oh, there's the engagement. Chip trying to bring the team in as Lucas is pushing, but the first crack forces everybody back. It's gonna be a 2-for-1 exchange in the favor of Econ.
Flint coming in here, just getting that that 1 kill in return. So it's a 3-for-1 exchange. Make that. And General Chow pushing another tier 1 turret in the bot lane.
Yeah, that's Econ using that. Remember when we discussed it in the academy, the 2-2-1 split. That's beyond the 5 minutes. Very much his advantage. Oh, he engages here, sees the opportunity. Oh, like a thief in the night, goes in there and takes down the first crack goes in really good to do, but Fredrin manages to escape. Chip is caught up, he's throwing out the stuns. He also manages to disengage and escape. Oh my goodness, there was so much of action right there in the mid lane turret. But Bernadetta, she doesn't want to end this. She's chasing, she's got to get onto Monarch. Gray manages to get the kill with the Electro Blade, but is taken down by Lucas. General Cho killing spree.
That 2-for-1 exchange in that the fight composition. So Badang currently pretty much such a menace, especially against the chip and the portals. Just waiting for the members to come through and, well, it's the wall and the first crack. And pretty much catching the Fredrin into that first crack each and every time.
Yeah, so right now, it looks like we're heading towards a 5v4 situation with Monarch on that Moskov going for the split push, Turtle being pulled as Lucas trying to get the stacks up. There's the engagement. What a beautiful curtain call coming in. There's the first crack with a follow-up. It's going to be 3 taken down. The flicker comes out from the Valentina, but the Unleash the Beast secures the kill onto that Bernadetta. Econ Province, I keep wanting to say Valentina. But Econ Province takes that mid lane turret. The Lord is up. The turtle went from turtle to Lord. And we're on to the next phase of the game.
And Monarch takes down a tier 2 turret in the top lane. Every time, let's do this, right? Every time that Way says Valentina for the Vexana, let's crack a joke there in the chat.
Yeah, or take a shot.
We'll take a shot. But it's Monday, so please don't drink on a Monday.
Yeah.
Tuesdays are not fun.
Oh, that's the first crack going in.
Onto Vexana. With the engagement from the Lucas on Moskov finishes off Fredrin. However, the engagement onto Chip and General Chow with the godlike Benedetta gets caught up by the yo-yos of CC. So a 4-for-0 exchange in favor of Escathon Sonata. This is a very not a very nice spot to be in, especially with Marja coming down in the top lane. You know, Escathon Sonata will be crashing down those lanes to get the punches onto that last tier 2 turret and potentially onto the tier 3 turret as well.
Yeah. So a shield popped in the mid lane, Lord making its way on the bot lane side. So I don't think there's really much good would help pushing in with that Lord, because even if he makes it into the base, that one explosion's gonna just change everything. Lucas once more into the front line, just forcing the Bernadetta back to the base. Chip is in there just trying to hopefully get everybody bunched up and throw in some skills in. But the Valier with the second skill as well. I mean, we were talking about Badang, right? Badang doing an excellent job, waiting very patiently to go in with that first crack throughout the course of this game. But Valier as well, I mean, the amount of control Valier is providing for a team is a bit scary.
Yeah, well, I mean, Valir did receive that buff onto him. So, I mean, this is just nice to see some of the older heroes come back into the scene, especially like Fredrin. I mean, Fredrin we haven't seen for a minute, and Valir as well. So, it's refreshing what Moonton keeps on doing with these heroes, bro. So, it's a lot of things to be grateful, to be honest.
Oh, CC with a lot of damage onto the Bernadetta. Moscow pushing in this mid lane, but looks like there's some action here in the bot lane. It's going to be Lucas once more frontlining. Oh, that first crack comes in. Beautiful combination play. They take down one, make that two, but it's going to be a return kill there. It's a 3-for-1 exchange so far. Vengeance did come out from the CC, but the follow-up from the team very, very quick. This is still going to be another 40 seconds till the Lord. Can they use this opportunity, Econ, to try and take down some of the turrets here? They've still got the Clint. He's got that insane amount of wave clear. Lucas trying to go in. He's going to get engaged upon. Oh, Bernadetta Valir with the flames. Just burning that Bernadetta up underneath the tier 1 turret.
She got incinerated.
Yeah, incinerated there.
But, yeah, just... Chip needs to, get the displacement and try and get Soul Society into the back line of Escathon Sonata, because currently, yeah, look, this is going to be a rabbit out of the hat that Soul Society needs to play, and definitely get those double Ds up, the disciplined defense.
But then the quick question right now is, how are you going to be dealing with this Moscow and still try to get into the team fight if you're a Chip? Because Moscow is just going to cause problems. I mean, look at this, right? Moscow split pushes in the bottom. They're trying to engage into the Moscow. He pushes back, stays safe. The Lord is now uncontested.
Yeah, well, that does allow the Benedetta to get a tier 1 turret. So that's the first tier 1 turret in favor of Soul Society. But yeah, like you mentioned, it's going to be difficult, especially because we did see with the previous team fight engagement, right, where Soul Society lost 3. The Fredrin flickered out of the wall from Badang, and that Spear of Destiny just came through under the tier 3 turret and eliminated Fredrin. So definitely they need to respect the Moskov as well, but this is a difficult lineup, especially against the Chip and the likes of Fredrin with the Valir and the Badang, and then you just get the Lucas coming in with that Unleash the Beast and just finishes off the job. I mean, as I say that, he goes into beast form.
Yeah. So Lord pushed down, crashed into the mid lane turret, but still no tier 3 turrets available. There was a lot of damage coming out. Well, for Soul Society right now, I think a lot is going to rely on not just a combination, but a lot's going to come down to the Clint. He is the most farmed player on the side of Soul Society. So a lot's going to come down to his ability to keep that farm, keep that positioning. Econ, meanwhile, are going to be looking for that Clint. I mean, look at the damage coming out from him right now. Chip pops the ultimate, but the team doesn't want to really go for the engage just yet. Clearing the waves, double quick timing. So Lord was taken, but nothing much achieved with the Lord for the side of Econ.
That is true, but now this is going to come down to the wave management, right? Is Escathon Sonata going to freeze their lanes and not allow the lanes to go in and crash onto the base to allow Soul Society to farm? Because that's ideally what you would want from Soul Society's side, to stay in base and just farm up.
Yeah, as you say that, look at that. It's exactly the same as you mentioned. Right now we're looking at Econ showing a lot of discipline. No one's touching the waves. I mean, you've got 5 players on the field, they're just farming the jungle.
So this will force Soul Society to come out, and Escathon Sonata will then, because I mean, look at this, right? It's the 2-3 split from the side of Soul Society. Escathon pretty much do the same, but you can see Valir and Lucas just waiting for Soul Society to show their faces. It's currently just Benedetta that is providing vision.
Yeah. That's true. But we're getting to that point in time where we should expect the waves to start being pushed in, just for that wave management ability. We're watching Moskov go in, but down there, staying with the Moskov, making sure Moskov is safe as they do that split push. They're going to try to use this now, Econ, to secure the Lord. And especially with the Chip being around, it's not a guaranteed thing, even if you do have map control, as Econ do have at this particular point in time. Because with the Chip, Anything can happen. Oh, there's the engagement onto the Bernadetta. The beast form is out, but they CC up the Lucas. Lucas, take it down, but the first crack is in there. The follow-up is from the team. It's going to be a 3-for-1 exchange. Spear of Destiny slide off the mark. The chase is on. CC. Oh, CC gets CC'd up there by the Valentina. Looks like Econ, they seize the opportunity now without the Clint. They think they can get this wave pushed in. Could they possibly end the game with the Valentina? There's a double wave coming through. They're going in. It's going to be the Eclecto Blades coming out. But he's going to get taken down. The wave is in there. Boskov trying to find the angle. The lock is on. The Nexus is exposed. This should be it. Game, set, match. Econ.
So that's the second match going in favor of Escathon Sonata. Will Escathon Sonata get a third victory in succession and take us into that match point moment, or will Soul Society get a return W? At this point in stage, we only see Escathon Sonata with the gold badges, as Lucas did pick up the MVP for the side of his team. But oh, that was so close there to the end. I mean, Moskov was literally one hit away. But just having that quick attack ability and just focusing onto the Nexus.
So this is going to be match point third game. Can Econ take this in a clean sweep 3-0? Will we get to see Soul Society put one point up on the board and take us into the fourth, potentially the fifth game, as we all enjoy watching as many matches as we possibly can? Though I think we would have just upset a lot of the viewers by saying that we wanted to go a little bit longer. But anyway, as we get the lobby set, just give us a quick second. We will be back with you in a minute. You can enjoy the beautiful intro video that has been created by Dark Dreams Entertainment, Skanko. Tell us what you think in the chat about this particular intro video. I'm sure though a lot of you have seen it already, but one more time we'll put it up on the screen, and we will be back with you in just a few seconds.
So I got a dream that I'm gonna be at the top of the scene, on every screen, making my presence something to be seen, yeah. I'll make them all see that I could be anything I wanna be. If you got a dream, then you need persistence and lots of belief, yeah. Yo, don't take that negative energy, I replace that. I just wanna be me, I don't fake that. I just wanna be free, yeah, chase that. I got a new obsession, it's helping and teaching and giving everyone a lesson. It's living and winning and building something that's impressive. I don't wanna do the same thing, I wanna be progressive, so I'ma make a new me, a new beast, a true fiend. He's everything that he wants to be. Look in the mirror, what he wants to see. It's a dude looking back at me. I stay on track, yeah, track things. I'm setting goals, life hacking. I'm steady stacking. I see myself being happy. A better me with a strategy that I'm attacking.
To the test and you know I'll ace that. Hit me in the face and I'm hitting right back. I enjoy the chase so I'll stay on track, yeah. I enjoy the race so I'll make that bag. Got a lot of dreams that I'll make come true. Got a lot of things that I wanna do. Got a lot of goals that I wanna prove. And there's not a lot of time so I gotta make moves.
That I wanna do. I got plans, got schemes that I follow through. I make all my gains from what I produce. I don't lose, I learn, don't get confused. Peace in the dark cause I work fucking hard. So many nights sitting in the graveyard cause they lost to the grind, but that's fine, that's a start. To do something great, sacrifice is a part of it. It's just the start of it. You can't start then quit, you have to harness this cause energy is bliss. And when I swing I miss, but then I swing and hit. So I'ma swing again and I'ma swing again. Then I'll be taking off cause I don't wait or pause. I got the game unlocked, I never mind the clock. I take the last shot, I got a fast cross. Villain energy cause I'm the last boss.
Test and you know I'll ace that. Hit me in the face and I'm hitting right back. I enjoy the chase so I'll stay on track, yeah. I enjoy the race so I'll make that bag. Got a lot of dreams that I'll make come true. Got a lot of things that I wanna do. Got a lot of goals that I wanna prove. And there's not a lot of time so I gotta make moves.
So I got a dream that I'm gonna be at the top of the scene. On every screen, making my presence something to be seen, yeah. I'll make them all see that I could be anything I wanna be. If you got a dream, then you need persistence and lots of belief, yeah. Yo, don't take that negative energy, I replace that. I just wanna be me, I don't fake that. I just wanna be free, yeah, chase that. I got a new obsession, it's helping and teaching and giving everyone a lesson.
Welcome back, everybody, to the stream. For that quick pause being done with, we're into the drafting phase. It is going to be that lobby bans as we would expect. And, well, let's get to see what they're banning out.
That is the Franco, Sicilian, Lucas, and Kalia.
Franco, interesting.
Yeah, they're definitely respecting Tony K202's Franco. Tony K202 played but he's not into the lineup yet, I see.
Alright, so it's SpongeBob. Back from where was that? Bikini Bottom. Having to join
Bikini
us.
Bottom. Krabby Patties!
Yeah. Do you know why that place is called Bikini Bottom though? There's an interesting theory for the SpongeBob series that says that the reason why you got a sponge that's alive is because of radioactivity, and it plays a part because bikini is a name that is tied with nuclear explosions. So the very first test of a nuclear weapon was done in the deserts of Texas in an oasis known as Bikini. So the inventor of the bikini swimsuit decided to name it after the first testing site of a nuclear weapon because of the devastation that's caused by that particular outfit. So, fun fact for the evening.
Yeah, there you go, ladies and gentlemen, the wise man himself with some conspiracy theories.
Yeah, SpongeBob conspiracy theories.
So let's get into the match. Match 3. It's currently 2-0 in favor of Escathon Sonata. Will Soul Society get that return W? Or will Escathon Sonata take this in a clean sweep fashion?
Yeah, so this is do or die. There's a lot of pressure being placed onto the shoulders of Soul Society. Now, Econ going for that red ban, knowing that if they leave it open, it looks like Astro will want to lock onto that, so they eliminate that as a potential threat from the lineup that they wish to go with.
The beat of the flag.
Soul Society responding with the joy.
Indeed so. Definitely not wanting General Chow to pick up the joy if they cannot play the Fredrin. Yay, banning out Aurora. But
As a glacier's heart.
this person did state, Colin now, did state that he bought an account, but his account was on a 4-day cooldown. 4 days are long gone, bro. You need to join the team now and change your name, as Soul Society does ban out Hayabusa.
Maybe he's liking this new name. Yay.
BLCK.
Yeah. And well, they'll be hoping to say yay with the first, if they manage to win this game and the tournament. They're in the position right now. They're in the driver's seat. Escathon Sonata. General Cho going for the Suyu pick. First off, SpongeBob T12 locking onto that high loss. What would we expect? A Zushin pick coming through as well?
Well, the Zushin is still open. I mean, there we go. Blue Llama picking up Zushin.
Guided by lanterns.
Oh, what on point. But now, right, one pick that I would like to see, especially against Suyu, right? It's Julian. Soul Society should try and pick up the Julian, especially against the Suyu. Because they don't have the Fredrin or the Joy.
Yeah. Julian could be a very nice pick. Provides that for the lockdown. Also has that escape ability. Like, I'm such a huge fan of using that enhanced second skill. We're gonna have a shot of that up on the channel in the next few days. Valir being picked up once more by Escathon Sonata. That is gonna give Hyla some nightmares.
That is true. So Valir and Gadigacha into the mix for Escathon Sonata. Dark Phoenix picking up CC. Definitely respecting Escathon's Kid Bomba's CC play in the previous match.
Yeah, saying we're not gonna have this available. We're taking it away from you.
No
Oh, Astro banning out Badang, you know, another respect ban. But Badang, oh, yeah, you see, the Badang with the Garagacha does combine, well, beautifully. I mean, you get that reset abilities, so I understand the Badang ban. But Escathon Sonata, Hanzo getting bound out small. But just this time it's from Escathon Sonata.
Very clever Badang ban there from Soul Society. Because I was wondering, as we have said this many times before, Gato is one of those counter-engage heroes. He doesn't really want to go in for the engage. So you need to have somebody who has the engage potential. So this means maybe a Phoveus here on the XP lane for the side of Econ. Astro going for the Roger pick. A little bit old school.
Well, Roger did feature last week. Astro, it wasn't Astro that played the Roger though. I don't see that player that played the Roger last week, but Roger is currently he's a good pick. He's a good pick. As we do see Kit Bomber picking up Hilda and Monarch with the Erythel. Look, Roger, we know Roger like mouths through tanks. But Escathon Sonata prepping up with 2 revitalizers. No, Hilda decides to go for the flicker. No time.
It is in despair that
Against the
I see
Erythel?
the fondest hopes.
It depends right now. If Soul Society can take this towards the late game, you've got your Roger, you've got your Natan. Those are 2 heroes that hurt in the late game. Escathon, meanwhile, they've got this very, very big early game advantage. I mean, Valier just needs level 1, and he can just like CC you to death. With like that flame blast after flame blast. Hilda, as we know, is a beast in the early game. Gato as well, quite strong in the early game. Suyu just needs level 3. The only late game carry you could say for the side of Econ is the Erythel, but they are going for this. We should expect to see a bit of early game aggression. Because Suyu up against Roger, Suyu is a bit of a faster jungle clearer.
Yeah, that is true. Escathon Sonata should definitely focus on this early game advantage. Like you said, especially because of the early game heroes. Hilda towards the late game, she doesn't scale as nicely towards the late game, but Hilda is such a menace onto especially the marksmen and the mages in the backline.
That's true. So this time round, we are watching the jungle start off on opposite ends of the map. Suyu is, as we said, much faster in the jungle. Zushin is very pesky to play up against, though, in the early game. Gato, both Gato and Hylos must be looking at the counter mages to them and thinking, why? What did I do to deserve this?
Yeah, well, and especially if you're looking at Soul Society's combination, the Zushin and the Hylos, they combine so beautifully together. But Zushin is going to have a very difficult time or hard time to get the Erythel displaced with the Lantern, especially with that high mobility.
Yeah. So Soul Society made the rotation towards the gold lane. Econ taking advantage of that rotation, pushing the mid lane wave. Meanwhile, there's a first blood in the bot lane. Suyu using the distraction that was created there in the mid lane with that wave push and securing the first blood for the side of Econ.
That is true. CC did manage to dodge his first skill, but Suyu just auto tapping onto his second skill and just finishing off CC and picking up the first blood. So we do see the turtle is going to spawn up in the next 15 seconds. Currently, Escathon Sonata with a 600 gold lead and a 1 kill advantage.
Meanwhile, Suyu going for the rotation. Just gonna watch him here as he seems to be using the distraction to go and engage in on the never. The stun comes in there. The Aegis is out. The chase is on. It's gonna be another blast. Arrow blast to the head by Suyu. They're gonna sacrifice this to take a lot of gold from this gold lane. It looks like they're not gonna go for this early game turtle, especially with the Suyu around. They're like, no. Let's leave this early game turtle. We might as well seize another objective. Flicker comes out from the Hilda trying to get back to safety, but look at that. Entire shield of gold. And 1k gold lead with that.
Yeah, that is going to...
Crimson Lantern out. There's the curtain call from the CC. The chase is on. The glorious pathway. You can see the follow-up. Oh, the positioning from the Valier. So beautiful. The counter engage is on. Erythel with the rotation. Double kill going the way of Erythel. That's a 5-0 exchange. Now their gold lead extended to 2K.
You don't want to see that 2K gold lead just before the 3-minute mark. That's it's going to be difficult because Escathon Sonata, you know, General Chow with his rotations, is going to keep that pressure on the jungle. And if Roger can't, well, we do see the Avatar of Guardian onto 3. However, Suyu does come in and he finishes off. Will we see the continuous engagement onto Zushin? Zushin nearly getting gyro displaced, but it's only a 1-for-1 exchange. And a successful jungle invade.
Yeah, there's a lot of pressure here in the early game, but we did call that from the draft. It is an early game draft up against a late game draft. Erythel with a wave cut. How often do you see a marksman cutting a wave? Oh,
Not
nice
that
stun
often,
coming in from Highlands. They trapped the marksman, and that's why marksmen don't cut waves.
Oh, but we do see Roger into the Lycan form, nearly going on to Suyu, but deciding against that engagement.
Yeah, he used the Lycan Pounce early. I mean, he couldn't have used it any other time, to be fair. But the Lycan Pounce is most effective when you're targeting low HP heroes.
Yeah, that is true. So next turtle, that will be the second turtle of this match, will be spawning up in the next 10 seconds. Suyu onto Roger. Astro got eliminated by the Suyu's second combo, getting him stunned up. But we do see Zushin coming in with a displacement onto Kid Bomba, but General Chow will start the second turtle of this match. However, Cici will come into the mixture. Will she start the engagement? Valir with that pushback. However, will they get that opening for the turtle? No, sir. General Chow will get that retry onto the turtle, but the fight does not stop.
Yes.
Soul Society getting chased under the turrets.
Yeah, you saved the retry there. There's the Avatar of Guardian catching onto one. He uses the retry now. The curtain call is in there. The follow-up from the team. Nice stun from the Suyu. Valir with the control. Unstoppable for the Suyu. Make that a double kill. They're continuing. The Lycan Pounce manages to get a return kill, but 4-for-1 exchange here, and the jungle continuation of the invasion. This is like invasion of the body snatchers.
General Chow already at level 9, just past the 5-minute mark. That is a 3.2k gold lead in favor of Escathon Sonata, as well as an 8-kill advantage.
Yeah. Bright, meanwhile, making the Bright move here. He's like, wait, let me recall until my team comes in. So the team is into the mix there. Suyu gets stunned up. Erythel trying to get some on a counter. Oh, there's a lift up. Are they going to manage to get the Suyu? So slippery. Crimson Lantern is out. The follow-up is in there from the team. High Loss manages to get to the safety onto the turret. There's the Avatar of Guardian into the backline, but doesn't manage to catch onto anybody. But there's going to be a big force of recalls there. Meanwhile, CC seizing the opportunity here to try and push in this turret. General Tro trying to make his way across. Throws out a couple skills. He's going in on the CC. Takes down the CC. What quick rotations here. This Suyu is fed.
He is super fed. It's going to be difficult to get past the Suyu. They need to get like the entire squad onto Suyu, to be honest, to take him down. Because I mean, in a 1v1 situation now, or you're going to lose against the Suyu.
Oh, meanwhile, they get a kill on the top lane. The engagement is here in the bottom lane. Glorious Pathway comes out, but it's not enough. It's a 3-for-nothing exchange all the way across the map. CC trying to defend this tier 2 turret. Valir and Suyu. I don't think Valir can basic attack a turret down to nothing. Suyu trying to help. The last minion is there. Once more, Hilda forcing the Roger away. He's trying to take his red buff, but look at this from the Gatro. They're giving Astro no opportunity. They're just chasing down all of his farm. It's going to be reset. Meanwhile, Erythel has gone in there. Yeah, engagement onto the Gatro. The Suyu there manages to get the retribution, steals another bit of farm. Wanted to go in for the Roger, but the pressure is on all over the map. Tier 2 turrets. Like they're being taken down to like next to no health. 1 minute to go for the next Lord. Are they going to wait for it? They're saying no, we want the gold. We're hungry. We want to keep this feeding spree on.
Yeah, so that does take General Chow to level 12. So, Soul Society not getting online, as we do see CC getting taken down by the Erythel, but we do see the Butterfly Lantern onto Erythel, but then Valir with the pushback onto Hylos, the Revitalize. popped. The engagement continues. Will Hylos get taken down? No, he escapes. But the kill onto Valir from the Nathan. But it's not done. General Chow with his Suyu is into... Oh, no, he's top lane. My bad. He's coming in clutching.
I thought he was also going to come in and finish it all off. But he decides to go for the clever play. Damage! Look at that damage! What is this man on?
What is this? You know you can't face a level 13 Suyu if you're level 7, especially if you're a Roma. I mean, just look at that. Zusha nearly getting deleted by the 2 combo, well, not full combo from Suyu, but just getting that first, second skill combo. But Roger gets taken down by Garagacha's first skill.
Yeah, I mean, General Cho, already 3 items completed. He's almost onto the Blade of Despair. When he picks up that BOT there, I don't know, Scarfscagle, that just might be GG's.
This could be GG's, bro. Escathon Sonata can definitely push for the India.
Yeah, 30 seconds to go, just over 30 seconds for this first Lord of the game. They do have the shields being popped all across the map. As you said, this could be it. This could be not just match point, but game point. There's the glorious pathway coming out. Hylos dashes, as Hylos went in there, Gatto manages to dash to safety. Hilda trying to get that zoning. Oh, there's the Avatar of Guardian, but only lands onto one. Revitalize out from the Hylos. The skills, first skill from the Valier, zoning everybody away. Gatto with the continuation of the Revitalize, but there's the counter engage. Suyu is into the back line, he takes down one. The Curtain called it come out there from the CC, but it doesn't manage to CC anybody up there. Oh, but it's going to be Suyu under the turret. Is he going to get caught out? Oh no, Roger got Suyu saved by the Gatto gyro takeoff. Oh my goodness, what a save that was.
Well, that is, ladies and gentlemen, that is what happens if you just auto-click your skills. Oh. But nonetheless, that's a tier 3 turret taken down, and Suyu takes the first Lord of the match in favor. But Nathan gets the kill onto Valir. However, we do see the displacement onto Hilda. But Suyu is into the mix. Will Hylos get the stun on? Yes, he gets the stun onto General Chow. But no follow-up from Soul Society. That was a 1-for-nothing exchange.
The flicker
Currently at the 10-minute mark. Yeah, at this point in time. Yeah.
There was a sprint Crimson Lantern play that managed to get the kill there on the board.
That is true. So, at the 10.5 minute mark, we do see Escathon Sonata nearly having a 12k gold lead. Suyu is full built, well, almost full built, but he is level 15. There is no chance that you can face the Suyu now. There's no ways. Not in a solo fight.
Yeah. BOD up. Almost full build. Waves are synced up very, very nicely. Lord making its way into the base as we see the teams trying to get as many of the tier 3 turrets down as they possibly can. Soul Society want to get the defense on. They managed to protect one of the tier 3 turrets. The waves cleared out here. Oh, but Suyu into the mix. Avatar of Guardian. Oh, we see the follow-up from the team. There's a full-on brawl in the healing fountain. Oh my goodness. Is it will we see a team wipe? Yes, we do. Game, set, match. It's all over. Escathon Sonata take the grand final in a clean sweep fashion. They're the winners of the Viking series. Well played to them.
GG's well played. General Chow with the Suyu picking up a 14.3 Golden Star MVP. 27-7 for the final match of the evening. Soul Society, they just, it seemed like they couldn't get online in any of the matches. It's like the weekend was too long for them, and they still had the weekend brains here on a Monday night in the grand finals on the Viking series.
Yeah. Well, I would say a lot of credit goes to the way that Econ drafted. It looks like they did their homework up against Soul Society. Soul Society, a good team, very strong team, right? We know what they're capable of. They should hold their heads up high. Making it all the way to the grand finals is no mean feat. I mean, they had to beat some decent, actually pretty strong teams along the way, Scarfscagle, just to get to this point.
Yeah, that is true. That is true. But yeah, this is not the last of Soul Society that you will see. You'll see them this weekend in the grand finals, African Conquest Cup, up against Madagascar. So some more homework for them to do, but this does conclude the Viking series. So just to run through the rest of the schedule for this week, whilst we've got everyone on here with us. Tomorrow night we've got some more academy classes, as well as on Thursday night, and the matches for the academy will be for Friday and Saturday, and we will be concluding the grand finals for the African Conquest Cup on Saturday. Right, if you are, well, a shooter fan and more into the PUBG scene, right, we've got the Soulless Bunnies Battle to Death on Wednesday night, and we've got the Veterana presenting the Dex Labs squads on Thursday evening. So we still got a schedule to go for this week. But yeah, it is fun to stream on a Monday. But we will be concluding with Monday streams for next week.
Yeah. So thank you once again, everybody, for tuning in to watch. If you haven't already, press that like, share, and subscribe button. You can help us out at the channel. I hope you enjoyed the action. I hope you enjoyed the casting. I hope you enjoyed the intro videos, right? A lot of hard work goes into that, as you can see. It's one of a kind. It's unique intro video right here on Waylander Gaming. But once again, a big shout out to Escathon Sonata, picking up the W in the Viking series. They are the champions against us. I think right now we'll probably get some requests for Scarpskingle to sing "We Are the Champions" as we close off the stream.
We are the champions, my friend.
And we'll keep on fighting till the end. So well done, Escathon Sonata. Well done to Escathon Sonata. Congratulations on this, their first trophy, I think it is. Well, but we'll be seeing a lot of them in the upcoming tournaments. We'll be expecting a lot of them in the upcoming tournaments, having got a first victory under the belt. But to all of you at home, thank you for tuning in to watch. Pleasure having you with us. But for myself, Waylander, Scarpskingle, any final words before we end the stream?
Oh, yeah, before I forget, ladies and gentlemen, if you have not registered your teams for the MSA Cup yet, please go do so. We do have a short video with the MSA Cup's intro there, with the registration form there. There is prize pools there, which also reminds me, Escathon Sonata should be receiving a prize pool of 500 Rand, being crowned the champions. So yeah, just get in touch with Mr. Wick, and you can go and claim your prize pool.
Nice. So they're going to get their prize pool into the mix here. So double well done to Escathon Sonata picking up the prize pool for this particular tournament. $500. So, from myself, Waylander, Scarpskingle, the Waylander Gaming crew, this is gonna be goodbye and good night until we see you in the next one.